All right, good evening, everybody. I'm going to call this swearing-in ceremony to order. And the first item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. What is the pleasure of the dais? Second. Motion has been moved by Commissioner Clark and seconded by Commissioner Long. There's no further discussion. Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. All right, everybody, please rise for the prayer. If you're able, stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, and I want to welcome Pastor Ian Campbell from Newberry United Methodist Church to give our blessing tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Happy to be here. Thank you. Pray with me. Gracious God, we thank you this evening as we come together to honor and welcome in these leaders. We thank you for this whole community in Newberry and for all who are working to make this an even better place. We lift up all of our elected officials, but particularly our newly elected ones. Give them wisdom and guidance for the work ahead. Give them strength and courage to speak and listen thoughtfully. Give all of us the patience to work together, that even in the toughest moments, we are reminded to turn toward one another instead of away. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Pastor Campbell. That was great. Okay, our first item here is the presentation of the election results, and I assume that's going to be done by Miss Angie Walker. Is that correct? Well, it'd be great. I would be happy to do it if I knew what they were. Madam Attorney, do you have the actual numbers?
There is a presentation. I don't know who can bring that up.
I can do it right there. So I'll read it. The official results, Commission Group 1. For Ricky Coleman, there were a total of 603 official votes. For Brandy Ullman, there was a total of 34 official votes. There were 7 undervotes in that race. For Commission Group 2, there was a total of 531 for Commissioner Mark L. Clark, a total of 297 for David Wally Wallace, with a total of 16 undervotes. For Group 3, there was a total of 332 for Naeem Joseph Urchid. For Commissioner Monty Farnsworth, there were 399, and for J.D. Mercado, there were 111 with 2 undervotes, making Commissioner Coleman the winner in Group 1, Mr. Clark the winner in Group 2, and Mr. Farnsworth the winner in Group 3. That is the official results, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you, City Manager. Appreciate it. Okay, well, let's move into the fun part. We'll actually do the swearing-in ceremonies. We're going to go in group order. So Commissioner Coleman, you are going to be first, followed by Commissioner Clark, and then Commissioner Farnsworth. So if we can have the candidate, their spouse and/or family around them at the podium, we will conduct those swearing-in ceremonies. And the swearing-in is going to be conducted by our attorney, Miss Nicole Shalley.
Yes, if you'll come right over here so you can be picked up on the mic.
Make sure you're in an angle that the cameras can get a good picture of you.
Yeah, well, we got a photographer here, so if you come around on that side, then the photographer can be right there. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Richard Coleman. Stop breathing.
Ready? If you will raise your right hand and state your name for the record,
Ricky Coleman.
and if you'll repeat after me and on the screen. I do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the state of Florida and of the United States,
I do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the state of Florida in the United States
and a resident of the city of Newberry, Florida,
and a resident of the city of Newberry, Florida,
and have all of the qualifications
and have all of the qualifications
as required by the charter for the office upon which I am about to enter.
as required by the charter for the office upon which I am about to enter,
being an officer of the city of Newberry
being an officer of the city of Newberry
and a recipient of public funds.
and being a recipient of public funds.
As such officer,
As such officer,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
I will faithfully perform the duties
I will faithfully perform the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Very good. Congratulations.
All right. Commissioner Clark, we're going to go ahead and swear you in now, and any of the family members that want to participate, please come up to the podium as well.
Come on. Come on, boys.
Mark, can we have you swing around facing the camera, Mark? Mark, can we have you turn around,
Okay.
swing around so we're facing the
Come on,
camera?
boys. Come up by Mimi. There you go. Come over here.
And if you'll raise your right hand and state your name,
Right under that arm now, slide right under that.
Mark Clark.
and if you'll repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the state of Florida
I do solemnly swear that I'm a citizen of the state of Florida
and of the United States
and of the United States
and a resident of the city of Newberry,
and a resident of the city of Newberry
and have all of the qualifications as required by the charter
and have all the qualifications as required by the charter
for the office upon which I am about to enter.
for the office for which I'm about to enter,
Being an officer of the city of Newberry
being an officer of the city of Newberry
and a recipient of public funds.
and a recipient of public funds.
As such officer, I will support the Constitution of the United States,
As such officer, I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Florida,
the Constitution of the state of Florida,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter, so help
Upon-
me God.
upon which I'm about to enter, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nathan, come on up. It is Nathan, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Look at those manners. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man. How's the guitar playing going? All right. They going well, going well.
Nathan. We'll put you to work if you don't mind.
Got a chrome?
I'll switch over just a little bit closer. If you'll state your name for the record
James Montgomery Farnsworth.
and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I am a citizen of the state of Florida
I do solemnly swear I am a citizen of the state of Florida
and of the United States
and of the United States
and a resident of the city of Newberry, Florida,
and a resident of the city of Newberry, Florida,
and have all of the qualifications as required by the charter
and have all the qualifications as required by the charter
for the office upon which I am about to enter.
for the office upon which I am about to enter.
Being an officer of the city of Newberry
Being an officer of the city of Newberry
and a recipient of public funds as such officer,
and a recipient of such public funds as such officer,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Florida,
the Constitution of the state of Florida,
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
and the laws and ordinances of the city of Newberry.
I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
I will faithfully perform the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter,
upon which I am about to enter.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Sure enough, I did. It didn't burn your hand, did it?
Not quite.
All right, fantastic. Well, we'll have a chance if you'll have any comments that you wanted to share. But the third item on the agenda is the election of the chairperson pro tem, who serves as the chair of the meetings if I'm not available. And if that person's not available, we'll have a third person, the alternate chairperson pro tem, as Resolution 2619 of the City of Newberry regarding these appointments.
Move to approve Bonnie Farnsworth.
I moved to approve Donald Long.
Oh, we got a second already.
I'm amending that.
For
See how sick that was?
Monty, I'm sorry, your motion dies for lack of a second.
Come on, Tommy.
It's me and you, brother.
Second.
Is there any discussion about that?
No.
Seeing none, any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor of Monty Farnsworth as the the chair pro tem, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
No.
The ayes have it. The motion passes 4-1. All right, congratulations, Monty Chairman, Commissioner Monty Farnsworth as the Chair Pro Tem. And for alternate, what is the pleasure of the board?
Move to approve Mr. Donald Long.
Okay,
Second.
there you go. All right. Motion has been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion from the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor of Commissioner Long as the alternate pro tem, please signify by saying long.
Long.
The longs have it. Unanimous. Motion passes. Okay, Angie, keeping up with us over there? Okay, all right, fantastic. Okay, well, the comments are next. Are there any comments from the
Mayor.
citizens first?
Mr. Mayor,
Sir?
now that you have a chair pro tem and an alternate, would you like me to read the resolution with those into the record for us?
Oh, sure, why not?
All right. Unless the attorney has them right there, I'm willing to, I've got it pulled up here so I can do it if you want. Okay. Resolution City of Newberry, Florida regarding appointment of the chairperson pro tem and alternate chairperson pro tem, whereas the City Commission authorized and dedicated are directed by the Charter, Article 4, Section 17, to meet after a general municipal election and choose one of its members as chairperson pro tem and alternate chairperson pro tem. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Newberry, Florida as follows. Section 1, the chairperson pro tem and alternate chairperson pro tem shall be selected by affirmative vote of not less than 3 members of the City Commission. Sorry, Commissioner Farnsworth. Section 2, Commissioner Farnsworth, Monty Farnsworth, is hereby appointed to the position of chairperson pro tem, and Commissioner Donald Long is hereby appointed to the position of alternate chairperson pro tem. Section 3, the term of office herein listed above shall be for 1 year, adopted by an affirmative vote of the majority of the quorum present at the City Commission of Newberry, Florida, at a regular meeting this 27th day of April 2026. The resolution shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
The good news is neither one of you probably have to serve on the North Florida Regional Planning Council. So you got to pick your poison, basically. Excuse me, okay. Back to citizens' comment. Any citizen comment? All right, we will come back to the dais. City Manager, you're first on the list. Any comments?
I have no comments, Mr. Mayor, except to congratulate all of the candidates, now commissioners.
Madam Attorney?
Congratulations, Commissioners, and I look forward to working with you.
Ms. Walker? Mrs. Assistant City Clerk?
Just congratulations.
Okay. And we'll go to the commission. We'll just keep coming this way. Commissioner Coleman first.
I appreciate all the trust from the citizens of Newberry and having me here another 2 years, and promise to give it all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Coleman. Commissioner Clark?
Much, but I'll get started. No, I would just like to, it's kind of the same thing along those lines. I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad the citizens elected me. I appreciate the support, as always, and I'm ready to just do what we said we were going to do for campaigning. Let's just get the job done and get it over with. So do the right thing for the people.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Farnsworth.
I too want to thank the citizens. I really appreciate being given the opportunity to be here for 2 more years. And I look forward to serving everybody and making Newberry even better than what it is.
Thank you. Commissioner Long.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You work hard for it, and glad to see you guys to my right.
Commissioner Maison.
Congratulations, Coleman, Mark, and Monty. And your words, let's get it done. Do what's best for the people, the citizens.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I'm proud of everybody, how they conducted themselves during the campaign. I'm proud to serve with each and one of you. We've obviously been here quite a while, and I think that just goes to show you that that the citizens believe in what we're doing and the direction that we're moving. Congratulations again to all of you, and I want to express some appreciation. We got JD in the room, one of the other candidates. Appreciate all the candidates that do step up and put themselves out there to run. It's not easy to do that. It's not easy to lose either. Nobody likes to lose. But particular, JD, I thought you were respectable about your campaign. So thank you for contributing to the process for us. Yes, sir.
I'd like to just say thank you to my family for coming out and supporting me too and doing the things they did. My little buddies right there that held some signs for me, and I appreciate everybody and the people that gathered around to hold signs. Thank y'all.
Very good. Well, we will have a regular commission meeting coming up at 7 o'clock, but as of right now, we are adjourned.
Is the commission okay with letting Commissioner Clark's family get a picture here first so they can go, and then we can do all the commission pictures? Is that good?
Sure, I guess.
Y'all need.
I got a good comparison. It's better lighting in here, let me tell you.
It is.
So bright
is.
and not yellow.
All right, got 1 minute, 1 minute.
Our Vietnam veteran there, buddy.
Somehow I got on.
Welcome, sir.
How bad? How bad?
We just call him Dave.
That's good.
Right.
That's a good one.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call this regular scheduled meeting to order. Today's date is April 27th. Time is approximately 7 p.m. First item is the approval of the agenda, but we left off the prayer and the pledge, and presentation 1, Alachua County Emergency Management, has been removed. They obviously have some pressing issues with the wildfires and that sort of thing, but otherwise, if there's no other changes or whatever, we have a motion by Commissioner
Mr.
Long.
Mayor, could I ask that item number 17, the Jobs Growth Grant, be moved up to be after 11? Ms. Jane Sullivan, our grant writer, is here, and she could
Okay.
do both at the same time and then go home.
So move to when?
To right after number 11.
On number 11.
So we'll do
Okay.
CDBG, and then we'll do the Jobs Growth Grant.
Okay. Without objection, hearing none, we have a motion from Commissioner Mazon, a second from Commissioner Long for the amended changes on the agenda. Is there any further discussion on the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous. All right, I'm going to welcome Pastor Ian Campbell to the podium to give our invocation for the evening. Please rise if you can and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you. To the one who brings us together today and always, we give thanks again for Newberry, our leaders, and every person who calls this place home. We do want to lift up all the servicemen and women keeping us safe and the surrounding areas safe in the face of the wildfires being contained. But whatever work is ahead of us this evening, may we serve with one another as a part of the whole. That in all that we do tonight and moving forward, may we honor and reflect your peace and love. Amen.
Mr. Clark. Pledge allegiance.
All right, well, it's great to see everybody here tonight. Our first item under presentation is the National Fallen Firefighters Proclamation. Chief, I'm going to have you come up to the podium, I guess, and I'll read this proclamation in, or did you want to speak first?
No, please.
Okay. This is a proclamation of the City of Newberry, Florida, National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service Day. Whereas the United States Congress and the President of the United States have designated the day of annual National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service as a day to honor firefighters and emergency services personnel who have sacrificed their lives to save others by lowering the American flag on all federal buildings to half-staff. And whereas an average of 80 firefighters courageously make the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty each year, and whereas firefighters and emergency services personnel play an essential role in the protection of lives and property in our local community, and whereas it is of major importance that we increase our efforts to reduce deaths, injury, and property losses from fire. Now, therefore, be it resolved that by the virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Newberry, I do hereby call upon all citizens of Newberry and upon all patriotic, civic, and educational organizations to observe the day of May 3rd, 2026 in recognition of the patriotic service and dedicated efforts of our fire and emergency services personnel by lowering American flags on all buildings to half-staff. I respectfully encourage these same organizations, as well as the citizens of Newberry, to remember all fire and emergency personnel who have made the ultimate sacrifice in service to their community, and to pay respect to the survivors of our fallen heroes by participating in Bells Across America for Fallen Firefighters. Toll a bell, pause for a moment of silence, or read a special message to honor the sacrifices of these public servants and their families. I encourage our citizens to honor fire and emergency services personnel, past and present, who, by their faithful and loyal devotion to duties, have rendered invaluable service to our community and its citizens. I encourage appropriate services and ceremonies in which all of our citizens may participate to honor fire and emergency services personnel, past and present, who, by their faithful and loyal devotion to duties, have rendered invaluable service to our community and its citizens. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the city of Newberry, Florida, to be affixed unto this 27th day of April in the year 2026. Chief Lehman?
Thank you, Mayor, for the proclamation. And this weekend is a solemn occasion. It takes place at the National Fire Academy, where the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation is housed. We invite everybody to come out and participate. Our participation locally will be twofold. On Saturday at 2 o'clock, we'll be gathering in front of City Hall South at the flagpole, and the church will be tolling their bell at noon. We'll participate in a moment of silence and a prayer if somebody is in attendance to lead the prayer. Also, we'll be lighting the station up in red. And on Sunday, if you're inclined, the National Fallen Firefighters website has a live stream of the service that takes place there that is quite a remarkable experience to observe. So thank you for the proclamation.
And could you read those times again? You said 2 p.m. at the flagpole, City Floor?
12 noon.
12, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Very good. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Mayor, anyone is invited to that noon ceremony. It won't take long. We're just going to meet. If any of the commission can be there, let me know.
Okay. All right, thank you, Chief, and thank you to the firefighters in attendance. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. Municipal Clerks Week proclamation is our next item. This is a proclamation of the City of Newberry, Florida Municipal Clerks Week. Whereas the office of municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of local government, exists throughout the world, and whereas the office of the municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of...
I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, can I interrupt? Did we want to grab a picture with the proclamation with the fire department before they head out?
I'm happy to.
Okay, let's do that. Right, real quick, we got a photographer right here. I mean, it's just made to be, right? We got 2 photographers. I mean, it's just perfect. And then when you're on that side, then you can just slide right out, you know. Don't forget dinner.
It's from a picture.
Are you guys accepting donations for firefighters, like the snacks and stuff?
Main Street, you're welcome to come up and get pictures as well. Yeah, don't be shy.
You can go get your I'll drop some stuff off. Thank you.
Crystal, make a note that we need a bigger curtain. If it'd be better to step into the lobby in front of that seal, that might be a little bit more comfortable. Just feel free to take the lead, Mr. Mayor, and just take everybody into the lobby and, okay.
And then hers.
We're going to zip out to the lobby real quick and get a picture by that envelope. Just like this. Just like that. It's a better picture. Stand by. Talk to Mike.
We took all our seats. There's a lot of staff here today.
I really didn't want to sit next to.
I should be more comfortable in these
If you could, that'd be great.
Does it vibrate?
Cooled and heated seats.
I feel like I'm in I'm sitting in Mark's Denali.
We're back, we're there.
All right, okay. So where I left off. Proclamation of the City of Newberry, Florida Municipal Clerks Week. Whereas the office of the municipal clerk, a time-honored and vital part of the local government, exists throughout the world. And whereas the office of the municipal clerk is the oldest among public servants, and whereas the office of municipal clerk provides the professional link between the citizens, the local governing bodies, and the agencies of the government at other levels, and whereas the municipal clerk have pledged to be ever mindful of their neutrality and impartiality, rendering equal services to all. Whereas the municipal clerk serves as the information center on functions of local government and community, and whereas the municipal clerks continually strive to improve the administration of the affairs of the office of the municipal clerk through participation in education programs, seminars, workshops, and the annual meetings of the state, province, county, and international professional organization. And whereas it is the most appropriate that we recognize the accomplishments of the office of the municipal clerk. Now, therefore, be it resolved that by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Newberry, do recognize the week of May 3rd through the 9th, 2026 as Municipal Clerks Week, and extend appreciation to all municipal clerks for their vital services they perform and their exemplary dedication to the communities they represent. And witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of the city of Newberry, Florida, to be affixed unto this 27th day of April in the year 2026. So that's for Randa, who is not here tonight. But, the week still stands, and we can recognize her the first week of May. Great. So this brings us to public announcements. I know we had at least one, but if anybody else has a public announcement that they want to say, yard sale, event, whatever, feel free to make your way over here to the podium. Just make sure looks like it's on now. Just introduce yourself for the record, and you'll have 2 minutes.
Well, good evening, Mr. Mayor, and it won't take that long.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Commissioners, Madam Clerk, Madam Manager, Assistant Manager, and Madam Attorney. My name is Abronsi Martin, and I'm a candidate for Alachua County Court Judge. And I appreciate this opportunity, Mr. Mayor, to come here and address y'all. I've been an attorney here in Alachua County for 28 years, and one of the things that I've learned is that people aren't that familiar with those people who are candidates for judges. For lack of a better term, I'm here to let you get a look at me, let you learn a little about who I am. And one of the things that's very important for me is what I realized is that the citizens of Alachua County has poured a lot into me and my family. And I feel it's incumbent upon me to pay it back, pay it forward. And that is basically through the service of serving as Alachua County Court Judge. So the election is on August 18th. I hope to be able to earn your vote. I hope to leave a little, Madam Clerk, if it's all right with you, I can leave a little information about myself that you can give to the rest of the commission. And I appreciate everyone's time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat.
Bronson, you said it was August 18th. That's the third Tuesday of the month.
Oh,
Is an election on the 11th?
it's August 18th.
18th.
That's burned into my brain, sir.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Any other public comments? Seeing none, going once, going twice. Okay, let's move on. The consent agenda has several items on it. If there's no discussion, all those in favor of the consent agenda as published, please signify by saying aye.
Do you need a motion?
Pardon me, yes. We have a motion from Commissioner Long and a second by Commissioner Farnsworth. Pardon me, if there's no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it, the motion passes unanimous. Okay, public hearing and ordinances. We have a community block grant neighborhood revitalization application and resolution 2026-17. Jane, you're up for this one. Madam Attorney, you have something to read in?
I
For the
do.
record.
There'll be two resolutions for this item, so I'll read one of them in, and Ms. Sullivan can explain to you what that one's about, and then we'll read the second one, because you'll need to vote separately. So this is resolution number 2026-17, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, authorizing the submission of a small cities CDBG grant application for neighborhood revitalization projects that would serve and benefit very low to moderate income households, authorizing the city manager to sign the application and take all other actions necessary to apply for the grant, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing an effective date.
Madam Jane, you have the floor.
Thank you. Greeting, Commission, City Manager, City Attorney, and Clerk. The application is what we're voting on to allow the city to submit an application. The first one is for street improvements. There are 255th, 3rd, 4th, and 5th avenues that are dirt roads that need to be paved. And before paving, we need to be able to go in for the water and the sewer infrastructure. So that's what the grant is about for the first one. Are there any questions? It's pretty straightforward.
Great job.
Thank you.
Are these the matching grants or are they just straight up grants?
No, these are not matching grants. These particular grants are, the state has chosen for this particular grant to be awarded based on points. So it's a point system. You get points for having the resolution. You get points for you get points for identifying low and moderate income residents, which is the reason for the reason for being able to apply for this. So no, it's not a matching grant. I mean, the city will have to have matching dollars. That's what you asked,
To
right?
clarify, the project we're applying for exceeds the grant amount. So if we were to get the grant, the city would close the gap between what the project is for and what the grant will pay
Yes,
for.
thank you.
Do we have any idea what that amount is?
1 point,
I want to say it's 1.2 and the grant's 700,000, so it's
yeah.
500,000. We would take it out of your impact
oh, the
fees.
grant is 1.2. This particular year, they did an executive order to waive the cap of the 700,000. So the city would be asking for the actual construction cost for all of this, which comes out to be 1.2 million.
Any other discussion from the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Where am I at today? Yeah, no, I just. We have a motion by Commissioner Farnsworth and a second by Commissioner Long. Motion's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion on the dais? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Okay.
That's why we elected Monty to be the.
I know, we should just give him the gavel tonight, let him practice. Okay, Part 2, Resolution 2618, Madam Attorney?
Resolution number 2026-18, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, authorizing the submission of a small cities CDBG grant application for neighborhood revitalization projects that would serve and benefit very low to moderate income households, authorizing the city manager to sign the application and take all other actions necessary to apply for the grant, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing an effective date.
All right, Ms. Jean, you have anything else to add on this
Yes,
one?
this is a separate application, and the city is allowed to submit more than one. And this is a separate application. This is for the area just above the MLK. Pardon? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. In that section. So this is this particular grant is going to be a little over 200,000 but the beauty is it's going to be able to help low-income residents for the connection to the water that's being done there. So it will pay for the residents' hookup to the sewer. So that normally costs around $10,000 and some change. So there are 23, I believe, residents that were qualifying for that. So that money doesn't have to come out of their pocket.
Very good. Is there any questions for staff?
23 off of Newberry Lane?
Correct.
Yes, sir. It's Newberry Lane and 235. There's a triangle, so it's
Okay.
from north of Freddie Warmack and south of the railroad.
Okay.
So there's, and actually, I think the number's 22. That number's in dispute. I've been driving back there looking for him.
Yes.
So I'm at 19 houses back in there. But we're going to get everybody back there. I've already been there. I've got 10 of them so far. This is a great grant because we got the $3 million septic to sewer grant. But one thing that does not cover is once we run the sewer line, if you, now you're within so many feet, well, when your septic tank goes out, you have to hook into city sewer, which is good. It's what the whole grant is about. But if you're low to moderate income, coming up with $10,000 to hook into city sewer is hard. So this is going to get both ends of this deal and will allow us get a lot of septic tanks off of the aquifer. So very excited.
Very good. We do not have a motion yet. Say that again?
Motion.
Okay, Commissioner Mazon on the motion, Commissioner Long on the second. Is there any further discussion from the dais? Motion's been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. All right, Miss Jane, we are going to our new number 12, which is the Florida Jobs Growth Grant. Let me get to where that is.
Well,
And-
Mr. Mayor, while Jane's coming up, I do just want to say that, I don't know, 3 years ago, I was interviewing for a grant manager, and Jane came in and said, I am going to get you a jobs growth grant. I see that Newberry has been applying, and I promise you, Dallas, I will get you a jobs growth grant. So I just want to take a moment to recognize Jane and all the effort she put in. She came in and rewrote our application, put a ton of effort into it, got a lot of data sources, and we're here today with a $5.5 million check. So kudos to you, Jane.
Thank you.
That was the end of the interview? That was the end of the interview?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Jane. We do have a resolution to read into the record. 2026-14 resolution by the City of Newberry, Florida. Madam Attorney.
Yes. Resolution 2026-14, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, approving Florida Commerce Job Growth Infrastructure Grant Agreement number G0151 for public infrastructure at the Newberry F300A Ag Food Tech Innovation Park and Business Incubator, authorizing the city manager to execute all documents and to take all other actions necessary to accept and administer the grant, providing for severability, repealing all resolutions in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Any other questions or comments from the dais? Okay. Do I hear a motion?
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Coleman and Commissioner Maison on the second. Motion has been moved and properly second. Any discussion from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor on the dais, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. And don't go anywhere. Ta-da, ta-da-da-da.
Mr. Mayor, how about a picture with Jane in front of the curtain? And then maybe we could do the picture with the commission after the meeting?
Sure, that sounds good.
Okay.
Jane might want to go.
Jane, go meet the leader.
Jane, you stand in the middle.
Okay. I like great chats with you. I thought you got like 33.
No, personally.
Didn't you get like 37 million already? Yeah, of course.
17 an hour.
You buy your 20 acres, I'm like, I'm gone by the coast. I don't know. I'd probably set up some foundation.
Okay. So our next item is actually quasi-judicial. This is SDP 2601, Site and Development Plan for Life Soils. And when we are entering into quasi-judicial procedure as a board, this means that the commission will stop being a legislative body and will become a judicial board, which means that we have to follow certain rules and adhere to a different standard of decision-making. The primary rule we must follow concerns testimony, and the substantial and competent evidence standard must be met when the judicial board makes a decision. This standard states the following: all public testimony will be taken under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into the evidence. The giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts. Closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. Now I'm going to ask the attorney to read into the record the ordinance or resolution by title only.
This is resolution number 2026-13 for petition number SDP 26-01, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, approving a site and development plan and development conditions for a project known as Life Soils, consisting of approximately 15 acres and identified as a portion of tax parcel number 02538-009-001, located at 2429 Southwest 266th Street, providing a repealing clause and providing an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. And I'm going to now ask the clerk or the attorney to swear in the applicant, staff, or participants requesting to speak. So anybody who is potentially speaking on this item, please rise, raise your right hand, and be collectively sworn in.
I'll read a statement into the record, and if you agree, then indicate affirmatively by yes. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, yes.
Very good.
Great. And before we begin, we need to disclose any ex parte communications and disclose whether any member physically inspected the property. Ex parte communications are any conversations or transmissions of information that may have bearing or influence on any voting member's decisions. We'll start with Commissioner Coleman on the far end.
No.
Commissioner Clark?
Yeah, we've been talking about this for about 2 years, so yeah, I'm talking right, so. But has no problem on my voting or whatever we do, but we've been talking about this for 2 years.
Okay, Commissioner Farnsworth?
None.
Commissioner Long? Commissioner Maison? Okay. And similarly to Commissioner Clark, I've been talking with the applicant as well, but I'm a non-voting member of this quasi-judicial hearing. So, all right, we'll begin with presentations. Staff overview first. Madam Hectus, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening. So this evening, as two commissioners have already noted, this has been an ongoing project. Maybe Mr. Long, you are probably the newest one on here, and so some of this will be a little bit new to you. But many of you are very aware of our environmental park that the city has our current wastewater treatment facility on, and going to be adding our new wastewater treatment facility on, and that's where this location is. So I'll get to that map in a second. The question under consideration this evening is, should the commission allow a composting facility at the city environmental park to handle the biosolids from the new wastewater treatment facility. So, as I mentioned earlier, many of you have already seen this in one round or another. This is, I went to the Planning and Zoning Board on April 6th, and it was a unanimous vote to vote affirmatively to send it to you all with an affirmative vote. The staff, if you agree with that, then you would vote affirmatively for the resolution 2026-13, STP 2601, as staff finds that this is consistent with the comprehensive plan and the land development code. So this partnership started roughly 3 years ago when we knew we were going to be bringing forward a new wastewater treatment facility, and we had to handle that part of the environmental park the biosolids had to be handled in some way, shape, or form. So that's where we started this partnership with Life Soils, and we are here today, a few years later, to get that approval through the process. We are here for the final stage for this evening. The other thing that has happened since this started was Senate Bill 290 passed, and it has now made it more stringent, the requirements for handling these biosolids. And the way that Life Soils handles the biosolids meets those new requirements that the city would not be able to meet on our own without their help. This is the location. The entire aqua is the environmental park. The Life Soils piece is the piece in the dark blue there. There we go. That's the site plan for what's going on the site. Most of it is the processing. There is a small building that will be the weigh station and the offices. And so you can see the parking that is affiliated with that there. Just adjacent to it, to the south, would be the Alachua County Recycling Center when that comes in adjacent to this. So our recommendation, again, the question is, should the commission allow the composting facility at the City Environmental Park to handle the biosolids from that new wastewater treatment facility? And if the answer is yes, then we would approve Resolution 2026-13, SDP 2601, to allow a composting facility at the City Environmental Park. And if no, then we would deny that Resolution 2026-13, SDP 2601. I can answer any questions that you have. The applicant is also here with more of the detailed potential answers that you may have for some of your questions.
Let's have the applicant present, and then we'll get to questions further down in the order.
I did not have your presentation in time to get it up, so you would probably have to speak if you're okay with that. I'm so sorry. I just saw it before I came in.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Ryan McMeekin. Founded Life Soils in 2015 with the goal to bring soil to life. My partner, Darren Midlane, possesses a unique assortment of biology where we can reverse the physics of composting, which leaves us with a very beneficial end product for water conservation, sports fields, or a reduction of synthetics is our focus. We do a lot with golf courses, sports fields, and residential homes. Actually, quite a few of the Pray to homes this week had our product amended into soil before landscape, and that's our focus. We take organic products that would go to a landfill or other use, and we convert them into a sterile virgin humus product for water conservation, like I said, and reduction of synthetics. So, a little overview of us. So.
Very good.
Mr. Mayor, can I just add one thing to staff's presentation?
Sure.
Normally, the removal of those biosolids would cost us somewhere between $100,000 and $150,000. With this partnership, that is going to save us that annual cost. So this partnership has a true, real-life, ongoing financial impact to the operations of the wastewater treatment plant. So just wanted to make sure I had that into the record.
Thank you, City Manager. Thank you, Ryan. Any public comment? 3 minutes apiece. JD, come on up.
Hello, JD Mercado. Just a question on, so once it's extracted, is it treated locally or is it hauled away to be treated elsewhere? And then is there an odor from any potential process would be my question. Thank you.
Yeah, so the command product that we produce is treated locally. Again, we use a modified method of composting. So when we introduce the biology to the windrows, it actually starts on the outside and it works its way in. Typically, odor is produced from having to turn piles. We don't have to turn piles because of the methodology we use. So, and our biology is OMRI listed as well, so.
And Ryan, as the applicant, do you have any cross-examination for the staff or have any questions or comments about their presentation at all?
We don't.
Okay. And staff, likewise for Mr. Mooney? Okay. I'll bring it back to the dais here. And do any members of the decision-making body have any questions of the staff or the applicant? Commissioner Farnsworth?
So are we giving them 15 acres for the processing plant? Is that what we're doing in exchange for them being able to
Help us handle our bio,
out?
yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
And is there any kind of environmental damage that can be caused by this processing plant?
That I will leave to the applicant to speak to.
I'm Tony Simon, speaking for Life Soils. As far as environmental impact, we are highly regulated in the FDEP. We actually have to obtain 2 permits, an ERP permit and a wastewater permit. So as environmental impact, those are addressed in our design and our operation with the FDEP regulations in place. Florida Administrative Code FAC 62640, 62709, and 62701. We followed those guidelines.
Okay, so you don't think there's any chance of any kind of leakage into the aquifer?
No, sir.
Okay.
Any other question or comment from the dais of the applicant or staff? Seeing none. Do either of you wish to make any final argument or anything? Rest on what was presented earlier? Okay, fair enough. Madam Attorney, could you advise the decision-making body of the applicable law and factual findings?
Yes, Commission, you need to find that the requirements of the code have been met, and you base that decision on the competent substantial evidence that you've heard both verbally and the written material in your backup.
Sounds good. If there's no other deliberations, does somebody want to make a motion? Commissioner Farnsworth?
Mr. Manager, is there a time limit on them being able to process this stuff? Is there, or is this for forever?
The one lease for 5 acres is for an extended period of time. The extra 10 acres is for a 5-year period of time. Are you asking about the period of the lease or how long they can store debris before they have to grind it up?
How long the lease is? How long is it before we end up having to start paying them to process the waste?
Well, we'll never pay them to process it. That's going to be
Never?
the relationship. Right.
That's
The 5 acres is an extended period of time. I don't have that in my brain. The extra 10 acres for the storage of the debris and those kinds of things is a much shorter. I want to say that's 5 acres. I can have that before the end of the night for you.
Okay, thank you. Move to approve.
Okay. The motion has been moved by Commissioner Farnsworth and seconded by Commissioner Mazon. Is there any further deliberations from the dais? Any further from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous.
Mr. Mayor, it's 10 years for the 10 acres and 30 years for the 5 acres. So the first piece is a 30-year relationship. Second piece is a 10-year.
All right, very good. Just a teaser, the folks from Life Soils have offered to our community a dumpster or a dump truck load of Command product. And then we're going to figure out the logistics and get that posted on social media. Our residents can walk over there, grab a 5-gallon bucket of it, throw it in their plant beds or whatever, and they can test it out and have firsthand testimony of the product. So it's something that they're going to do for our community as a thank you. So, okay. All right. Well, thank you all very much. Yeah. Okay, the next item is ordinance 2026-12, is CPA 2504, and we will come back to legislative procedures at this point. Ms. Lauren, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening.
And I'll read the ordinance into the record. Ordinance number 2026-12, CPA 25-04, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the future land use map in the comprehensive plan by changing the future land use category from mixed use to residential medium density, 8 dwelling units per acre on approximately 225.29 acres, tax parcel numbers 02542-001-000, 02542-001-001, 02542-001-002, 02542-001-003, 02542-001-004, 02542-001-005, 02542-001-006, 02542-001-008, and 02547-001-000, generally located north of Southwest 30th Avenue and east of U.S. Highway 27-41, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Yeah, but the staff PowerPoint wasn't. It was the applicant's PowerPoint, not the staff's.
For those who are watching online, we're just trying to get the correct presentation teed up here for the staff.
Oh. Okay, see, that's the applicant's presentation. Did they put it in the wrong order? That's my guess. Okay, no. No, they don't have it.
You ready?
It's not there. Okay.
Unless it's just out of whack.
Can we go in there? Well, I mean, I can just go off of your previous. Yeah, okay. But they won't see the recommendations.
You got it, Lauren. We'll wait.
No.
It is on the. She's in the agenda. It's in our agenda folder.
So we're going to have the applicant do their, is this the applicant's presentation teed up? Okay. Come on down, introduce yourself. The microphone is already on. So you're.
Mr. Mayor, my apologies.
No problem.
We can't download it there and do this here. It's the same computer back there. My mistake. I thought they were separate computers. So can we just take a 2-minute pause, Mr. Mayor, while we download that and
Sure.
come back?
Do you want to do Freddie Warmack, the next item on the agenda?
No, because it's all.
Oh, they're
loaded.
doing the computer? Okay.
We can do Dallas's items. He doesn't need a presentation.
Okay.
I can do
Items
mine
20 and
without a
21
presentation
don't have backup material. if you wanna do
Okay.
those.
either. Yeah. You want to switch, move to 20?
All right, well, we're going to call an audible here and have Mr. Lee, Assistant City Manager, handle item number 20 and 21 while we are getting the presentations corrected. So number 20 is the local mitigation strategy adoption, resolution number 26-15, Madam Attorney.
Resolution number 2026-15, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, adopting the 2026 Alachua County Local Mitigation Strategy, providing for severability, repealing all resolutions in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Mr. Lee?
Mr. Mayor, the local mitigation strategy, or the LMS, is a countywide hazard mitigation plan that is coordinated by the Alachua County Emergency Management in conjunction with all of the cities and other governments. It essentially establishes a plan for how the county is going to address emergencies and different issues within our community. The big point for us is adopting the plan allows us to be eligible for multiple grant opportunities. One example is we've used the LMS to get the second feed on the electric system ranked, and it has allowed us to apply for additional grants. So we are asking for your approval to adopt the county's LMS, which the City of Newberry participated in drafting.
Okay, thank you, sir. Any deliberations, questions from staff by the dais? I'll entertain a motion at this time.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Coleman and Commissioner Farnsworth. Any question or comment from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor at the dais, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. And 21, Resolution 2608, Madam Attorney.
Resolution number 2026-08, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, adopting revised personnel policies, providing directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing an effective date.
Mr. Lee?
Mr. Mayor, we're bringing some administrative updates to our personnel policy to you this evening. There's three brief changes to the personnel policy. The first is adding a new section clarifying that those employees who work for the City of Newberry who are assigned to work for the Newberry Community School shall follow the Newberry Community School's personnel policies, not the rest of the personnel policies for your other staff. The second is a new section on secondary or outside employment. It just clarifies that if you are a city employee who does hold a secondary position, that your city job is your primary employer, and that you need to make sure that your secondary employment does not interfere with your primary employment. And the third section is a policy known as sporadic and occasional work. It is a unique carve-out in the FLSA in the overtime provision that says that local government can adopt a policy that says if you are a full-time employee and you work a different role than you typically work, we can pay you a different rate for that and not pay overtime. What this comes into is now that the city's operating Champions Park, if we wanted to allow some of our staff to pick up some hours at Champions Park at a different pay rate and not pay them overtime, they'd be allowed to do that under this policy. So happy to answer any questions on those three policies, Mr. Mayor.
Any, Commissioner Clark, you have a question?
I think I know the answer, Dallas. So this is mainly just for anyone that wants to do it. We don't dictate whether they're working on the overtime, and we.
If we required them to do it, it would be overtime. This is totally
overtime. This
voluntary.
is a volunteer basis.
Correct.
And allows them to go in and just make straight time.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Any other questions from the dais? All right, I'll entertain a motion at this time. Commissioner Mazon on the motion, Commissioner Clark on the second, if I heard that correctly. Any other comments from the dais? Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous as well. All right, are we back on track, ladies? All right, let's reset completely. And Madam Attorney, could you read the ordinance back into the record?
Yes. This is ordinance number 2026-12, CP 825-04, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the future land use map in the comprehensive plan by changing the future land use category from mixed use to residential medium density, 8 dwelling units per acre on approximately 225.29 acres, tax parcel numbers 02542-001-000, 02542-001-001, 02542-001, 002-002, 02542-001-003, 02542-001-004, 02542-001-005, 02542-001-006, 02542-001-008, and 02547-001-000, generally located north of Southwest 30th Avenue and east of US Highway 27/41, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. And I just want to remind the dais, the question before us tonight is just the future land use. That's all that's being contemplated here tonight. Ms. Shetter, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So this is a large-scale future land use map amendment. Large scale is anything that's over 50 acres. There's a separate transmittal process that goes through the state. It goes to state review and it goes to state agency reviews, as well as Water Management District, DEP, DOT, as well as the county. And so this amendment is a change from mixed use, that's the current future land use, to residential medium density. Backward, okay, I have to put it there, okay. So the question under consideration is, should the commission approve a future land use map amendment for Newberry Ridge from mixed use, which is a mix of commercial and single-family and multifamily residential, 4 to 20 dwelling units per acre, that's the current future land use, mixed use, to residential medium density, which is up to 8 dwelling units per acre.
Before you advance, Ms. Lauren, the mayor, Mr. Mayor, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
You've seen a couple of presentations, but this is going to be a new format where we put the question under consideration. So it's staff's attempt to help focus on just the question that's in front of you tonight. The process is long. There's lots of steps in the process. So it's important to try to focus on the step that's in front of you right now. The question that's in front of you right now is just future land use. Do you see residences in this area? I'll say it again publicly because there's been a lot of talk on social media about Newberry Ridge. The question about Newberry Ridge is not this future land use or no future land use. Newberry Ridge already has approvals. It's just a mixed use approval. They do not want that. We do not want that. But saying no to Newberry Ridge does not say no to the approvals that they've had for 30 years. So they are working with us on an updated 2026 plan instead of a 30-year-old plan, right? So I just want to make that clear for the public. Once again, saying no doesn't say no to Newberry Ridge. It just says Newberry Ridge moves forward with the plan that we don't really want them to move forward with, and they don't really want to move forward with. So just want to say that as often as I can to make sure we're keeping the conversation as clear as possible.
Ms. Shetter?
Thank you. At the April 6th Planning and Zoning Board meeting, it was voted unanimously 4-0 to forward favorable recommendation to the City Commission for the petition, which is CPA 2504, and the ordinance now 2026-12. Staff finds that the ordinance is consistent with the comprehensive plan and the land development code. So again, it's a large scale, over 50 acres, future land use map amendment, mixed use to residential medium density. Property location, it's north of Southwest 30th Avenue, about 1/8 of a mile east of Highway 27/41, and to the southeast of Countryway Plan Development. And here's the subject property. It's actually a number of different parcels put together. The applicant is Florida Land Development Partners 1, LLC. Owner is FH Newberry, LLC. Again, the proposed use is residential medium density, up to 8 dwelling units per acre. And this just shows you the current future land use on the left, which is mixed use, and the proposed on the right, which is the residential medium density. And here's just a brief timeline of this current application. Was received in June 2025. There were a number of reviews internally. not only in the planning department, but also all departments in the city. Went to utilities, I went to fire, and then through that ended in January 2026. There was also a transportation impact analysis review that's concurrent with other developments in the vicinity. So then that brings us to now, April 2026, there was a large-scale future land use transmittal to the state for expedited review. And then also in just last week, there was a special meeting, a special planning and zoning meeting for the rezoning. So again, the questions to consider is, should the commission approve a future land use map amendment for Newberry Ridge from the current mixed use, which is a blend of commercial and single-family, multifamily residential, 4 to 20 dwelling units per acre, to residential medium density, which is up to 8 dwelling units per acre. And the applicant actually is here to present as well. Oh, yes, okay, hold on. Oh. They might have to bring it back up.
You should have like a little buzzer then. You just buzz them and then.
Oh, I think he's pulling. No, he's pulling it up now. Let's see. Oh, let's see. There it is. Okay. Oh, wait.
Go back.
Too far.
There you go.
Okay.
This button, the down button, and you have to sort of put the down button makes it go
Yes.
forward.
Yes, it does.
Got it.
Point it
Toward
towards
the
the
window.
booth. Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Good evening. I'm Julie Kendig with Greenberg Traurig here today on behalf of the applicant. All right, so let's see. Okay. As previously discussed, tonight we're here to discuss our request for a comprehensive plan amendment. Tonight, we're requesting to change the existing comprehensive plan designation on the property, which is mixed use, as you have already heard, to a medium-density residential. There is a companion rezoning that is being processed. It's not here tonight. It'll lag behind because the large-scale comp plan amendment takes longer because it has to go through the state review process. So that has to happen first, and then we'll come in so we can look at everything together. Generally speaking, the plans for the project say why this project, what are we trying to achieve here? As mentioned, and I'll go through in more detail, the previous plans for this project from 2010, 2011 contained more of a mixed-use town center project. What we're proposing now is a strictly residential product, but that would have a diversity of housing types. So we're trying to expand the housing diversity in the area beyond large lot single family. We're trying to support responsible growth. As y'all know, the city has taken specific steps to control and manage growth within its boundaries, one of which is your urban growth, your urban service area. So this project is located within the urban service area. We're also creating meaningful public open space, and we're proposing to go through at the zoning, the planned residential development process. So rather than a straight zoning process, we're proposing to go through the PRD process, which allows, more control, greater level of detail at the zoning level on how the community is going to look than perhaps a straight zoning category would look. Again, that promotes a thoughtfully planned neighborhood. And in this situation, taking out the commercial and using a residential product, we're hoping that will have more rooftops for your existing town center and commercial uses. I think you've already seen this one. The existing land use is mixed use. The proposed land use is medium density residential. Typical uses allowed under the existing uses would include residential, office, and commercial. And you can see the single-family maximum at 4 and the multifamily maximum at 20 dwelling units per acre. Under the pure future land use, obviously subject to reduction through zoning, site planning, design, there's a very high multifamily potential number of units and a high number of single-family homes based on permitted densities. So the proposed land use that we're coming before you today with the medium density residential, the typical uses would be single-family, multifamily. Manufactured, we're not proposing that. And the permitted densities would be up to 8 dwelling units per acre. Talking about your existing and future land use designations, we took a look at the City of Newberry Facebook page and gave some statistics. Your residential land uses are less than 10%. The median income in the city is $90,000 a year approximately, but the median home price in Newberry right now is approximately $329,000, which is, a heavy lift given the median income. So we're trying to assist in the goal of planning today for a stronger tomorrow, to keep the city vibrant for your future generations, your kids' kids to come in and hopefully have more diverse housing stock that's more attainable for the next generation. Again, the zoning, we're not here today to talk about the zoning, but just so you're aware of what we're processing at the same time. The existing zoning is ag and the proposed zoning is, as I mentioned, the planned residential development. Okay. I had talked briefly a little bit about how this is within your urban service area. Again, that's, and I know you guys have heard this before, but that's a growth management tool to really direct areas that are more appropriate for development and that will be served by public services like your wastewater and other public services. Okay. Just to show you by way of example, the previously proposed or the existing Newberry Ridge Master Plan that was part of the development agreement for this project, this gives you a little example of how it was set up? Okay. If you look, originally, these back lots were proposed for single-family homes, and that was approximately 449 lots. I am really bad at technology. I'm intimidated by technology in its simplest form. So this is, okay, great. Thank you. So the multifamily is shown in orange, and that was originally proposed for 250 units. Okay, Commissioner Coleman, thank you. Then there was also the opportunity in the front for mixed use and multifamily up to 300 units, which would have been about 1,000 units. Go ahead. Is it working? I wish I could just do this off the top of my head. Oh, okay, great. Plus, in the front, the 40 acres was envisioned for commercial use, and the numbers on the master plan attached to the development order were in the hundreds of thousands of square feet of commercial. So originally, this was proposed, and you can see it's called like town center. I believe the 2010 plan literally had the commercial very intense, a lot of commercial that would be a big draw for the entire area. But again, we're not, as mentioned by your city manager, we're not proposing to do that, and we're proposing to take out the commercial and just stick with residential product in this location. Okay. So this is, again, this is not necessarily part of the comprehensive plan, but I'm just trying to be more transparent with what we're processing at the rezoning, because you will see that coming through. This is generally what we have proposed. So you can see the area of the single family, which is in the yellow, is a more significant percentage of the property. And then what we have at the front would be more of the multifamily product. Yeah, you've got it. You have the power. So under the newly proposed or our requested comprehensive plan designation, the maximum for this acreage would be 1,802 units, at the maximum 8 dwelling units per acre. We would eliminate the commercial use. But again, as I said, we're going to be coming in with the zoning as the next step. And we're not attempting to achieve the 1,802 maximum. What we're proposing in the rezoning is 850 single-family lots and 400 multifamily for a total of 1,250 residential units on the property. We have been talking to staff and taking a look at our proposed phasing plan. Originally, we had proposed a more aggressive phasing plan, but one thing that you're going to see again coming through at the rezoning is that we've gone back and revisited that, and we've actually extended our phases to a 10-year project. I believe we had a 4 or 5-year project originally proposed. So we're going to spread that out more significantly. The first few phases, the first few years are going to be all single family. We won't add in a multifamily component until the middle phases and the end phase. So again, we're trying to actively meet the housing needs of the area. We were talking a little bit, and again, this is more toward the rezoning, but our plan through this PRD process in discussions with the commission on the dais when you guys are analyzing our zoning approval, and also with the staff, is we are looking at increasing items such as building setbacks, reducing maximum height, enlarging required buffer zones, increasing open space. In exchange, so this gives us more flexibility in the design of the project and also allows us to increase some of the standard requirements that would occur if we were in a straight zoning category that would be permitted under the medium density residential comprehensive plan future land use designation that we're requesting tonight. So we do have a proposed recreation plan. At this point, it's our understanding that 15% open space is required when you are in medium density residential comprehensive plan designation future land use, which is what we're requesting. We're looking at a 5-acre dedicated public park. Again, these are all details as far as the location that we can continue to have a conversation on and where it's going to be, what it's going to look like. But I just wanted to make you aware of our proposal, even though, again, we're at the future land use designation. We're also having each residential parcel be required to include at least one recreational amenity. No. So again, in summary, we're here tonight requesting a change from mixed-use future land use to medium support the commercial downtown and providing housing that would allow a variety of housing types that would provide options for all residents. We are within the urban service area, so consistent with the growth area, and we appreciate the city staff working with us and their support for the project. I'm here tonight. I have my client here tonight, and we're happy to answer any questions that you all may have on this.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Great presentation. Can we just leave those 5 reasons up? Because I think that's a pretty good snapshot of the balance of the changes, et cetera. But what questions do we have from the dais for either staff or the applicant representative? Commissioner Coleman?
Seeing that the subject is land use, I don't understand why we can't take something like this and make it low density, which is 4 lots per acre instead of 8.
Okay.
And I might be wrong, but if you're at 38 to 40 of the acreage that's there, that's still 700 to 800 houses right there where we used to load watermelons at. So, yeah, that's, I want to answer, why can't we go with that? Why do we have to go with eight houses an acre jammed up together right there?
I don't want
That's
to
where
speak
I'm
for
at.
the applicant, but I think it's because they were trying to get some of the like multifamily in there to bring the price point down for some of our entry-level home buyers. And they just financially wouldn't be able to if it was just all single family. Because, would you say the medium house right now is over 300,000?
329,000.
Median income is what?
89,000.
89,000? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I didn't mean to
No.
put words in your mouth, but
No, not at all. And actually, what I was going to say is I understand that the maximum's 8. My recollection is we're actually only asking for 5.5 units to the acre. So what you will see come through in the plan development is actually less than the maximum that the medium density resident. It's a little bit more than the low density allows. It's actually closer to the low density than it is the medium density, what we're going to come in with, but it's still the 5.5 is
Yeah,
is-
but
is our
Mr. Mayor,
request.
I'm looking at it, well, then why not just go with the 4 and just be happy with the 4? Yeah, so, going with the medium density, Mr. Mayor, it looks like that we would, it's leaving it open that there could be 8 houses going in there. So,
can they put multifamily in low density, staff?
no, no, you
not-
can't.
Not really.
Put it
No,
on
it's
the-
four dwelling units per acre is low density. That's what it is.
So they can't put multifamily in the low density zoning or ultimately in the future land use?
No.
So everything would be single family,
Break that
I
out.
guess construction wise, they're gonna be over 300,000?
For,
Okay.
In price point.
I mean, I feel like the crux of the argument is being able to get multifamily into Newberry's housing stock, which makes it a little bit more affordable. That's where I feel like the crux of the argument is. I understand what you're saying, but they just can't get the multifamily in single family. So there isn't gonna be a house available that's cheaper for folks.
I understand, and I know that, I see the argument there. Well, then break that up wherever you're gonna have multi and bring it back. That's where I'm at on that.
Okay. I did see Commissioner Farnsworth light. Are you done, Commissioner Coleman? You want me?
I'm done.
Okay. Commissioner Farnsworth, I saw your light on.
Yes, sir. I'm pretty much in agreement with Commissioner Coleman. I don't think we need to be going with 8 units per acre. And also in the previous proposal, was there any stipulations as far as them paving 30th or a traffic light there? Don't have anything. I didn't know whether there's anything in the previous.
There's lots of stipulations. We're not there yet because we had to do traffic studies. A lot of those studies will be based on the decision that's made here tonight. I would say it's difficult to ask an applicant who's already got 999 houses to take a reduction down to 800 houses. I would also say that Newberry Ridge has been a really good partner with us so far. They have accepted taking the commercial out. They have accepted aligning a spinal road to connect us from 13th up to 15th, which will then get us from 15th to 26th. They have accepted the new phases. So pretty much everything that we have asked that we're looking for at this point, I would say to the commission, if you don't want medium density, then we should take that out of, because it's certainly an appropriate spot for that. So if that's not something that we want to approve, then we should go back and we should look at changing that as a zoning category, because it aligns well with our comp plan and our master plan at this point in time.
Mr. Manager, I thought we were trying to get more commercial, not get rid of commercial.
We do want commercial along the corridor. What we are noticing, though, is that it's very difficult to get folks to go to the commercial, especially in the historic downtown. We've got a commercial center in Sandia Park that's already approved. We've got a commercial center in the ranch that's already approved. We've got the commercial center in the town center that's already approved. Then you've got the historic downtown that is struggling to attract some of that commercial. So the idea with, as we move to the outer edges of the urban service area, is to ask developers to focus on the rooftops that will attract the commercial, but send the commercial to the areas that we've already had. What we're seeing in other communities around us is that they have dispersed their commercial so thoroughly throughout the town that there really isn't a downtown center anymore. So that's what we're trying to avoid and learn from the mistakes of some of the communities around us. We do want the commercial. We want it along 26, we want it along 27. We want it there, but it's really hard to convince somebody to come in to a historic building and spend a lot more on that historic building than it is when they could do new construction in the town center and they could build their restaurant in the center of where a developer is going to build 1,000 houses. So that was why I'm very grateful to Newberry Ridge for voluntarily agreeing to take that out so that we can try to push the commercial back to the places that we already have.
Commissioner Farnsworth, you still have the floor.
Just the other, you said there were some stipulations with the previous agreement. Would that transfer over to this?
They'll be part of the new negotiations. So what they get here tonight will then direct how those negotiations go.
Okay. If you already have something in place, you just can't transfer it over to?
Well, everything that's in place is not just spaghetti on the wall. So what we can ask a developer to do is largely based on the amount of impact that they are creating. So if they're creating 999 homes of impact and X number of 100,000 square foot of commercial, then there's one ask. If there's 1,200 homes, then there's a separate, different ask. So we, staff, has to know what can they possibly get. Then we can know what's the appropriate, I don't want to use the word extraction, but so, okay, this is the impact you're having. This is what we need you to contribute back to the community. But if they're only going to build one house, well, I can't make them spend $5 million paving a road to build one house, right? So I have to know what are they going to build. Then I know the appropriate thing to say, okay, this is the level of impact.
Okay, I'm not quite clear then, because for them to get the previous approval, they had to agree to some stipulations.
If they move forward with the previous, then then all of those stipulations are there.
But you say we can't.
You can't
put
just
stipulations
arbitrarily.
on this one.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I can't take the stipulations from the previous agreement and just automatically plug them into the new agreement.
Right.
They may be similar. They may be the same. I just don't know until I know what you guys are
But
approving.
those, I mean, it's pretty clear, I mean, what they want, and you couldn't make any stipulations.
Oh, there will be stipulations. There will absolutely be extractions in the new agreement. But to know what those stipulations will be, I have to know, I know what the impact would be in the old one. So in the old one, they're going to have to pave roads. They're going to have to give impact fees. They've got to give over 5 acres of public service land, right? Those kinds of things. But the idea about what we're engaged in here now is figuring out what is the new level of impact. There may be more impact that we need to get from them. There may be less. I just can't answer that question until you guys answer this question.
It changes what is available. Like,
Right.
if somebody comes to us and they only have a $5 million project, we can ask, certain things. If they're coming to us with a $100 million project, we have a lot more latitude to ask for more stuff potentially in that. So you all are deciding is, are we looking at a $5 million project or a $100 million project in that analogy? So that the manager now knows what are the parameters, what are the guardrails, what is on the table and on the board to ask. Does that make sense? Because we had that conversation already 12 years ago.
Right.
And we knew what they were building. We knew what the stipulations were after that because we knew what they were building. Now we're kind of going back and saying, okay, well, let's change what we're building there. And because that part changes, the A input changes, the B input is going to change.
But all that would
potentially.
be negotiated under the site plan, wouldn't it?
Correct, but we got to obviously go through this part
And
first.
how did the other get approved without a site plan? My question.
Maybe I misunderstood what you're saying. Say it again then.
How did the previous one get approved with stipulations without a site plan?
Well, actually, I guess it wouldn't have been it didn't go through completely because the rezoning was never changed. The rezoning is still currently ag because they never took that step
Okay,
with us.
Oh.
So,
you lost me. Anyhow, I still don't like the idea of 8 units per acre, so.
and we'll have an opportunity to kind of discuss that a little bit further when we talk about site plan, that sort of thing. But the buckets are what the buckets are currently. You know, under low density, we have one set of rules. Under medium density, we have a different set of rules. So the buckets are what the buckets are. We're not going to change that here. Not going to change the buckets per se. I see your lights turned off. Is there any other commissioner with a comment? Commissioner Clark?
So I understand it, and it looks like this thing, which is 30 years old, or whatever it is, they have the,
15 years old.
no, it's older than 15 years,
So the agreement was like 2010?
right after 208.
It's 30 years old.
But anyway, regardless of that, they already have land use rights. When they become before this board as a PRD, all we're working on is the density tonight, the land use, right? So, but when they come back before this board, we'll have a bite at the apple to guide this thing, to make it like we want it, to get the roads like we want it, the sidewalks like we want it. That's when all the site plans will come into effect, correct? So that's what, we're gonna have a bite at the apple once this thing gets changed to guide this thing like we want it, correct?
Okay.
And we'll have many bites here before we get the overall approval for this subdivision.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Mazon?
Yes, man, I can appreciate you guys taking it from commercial and taking it all residentials. I can appreciate that because that brings more businesses downtown. So I'm excited about it. I'm ready to move forward.
Okay. Okay.
Also focusing on the price point is good. You know, people all the time talk about how housing is, single family housing, and we can find another way to introduce new housing in Newberry. It's a great opportunity, and not knowing if it's going to be 8 houses per dwelling unit. We also have figured that out in the later part of this process. So right now, all we're doing is future land use. And to me, there's nothing we can start right now other than trying to find a better way of going through that process and getting that done. So
Is anyone prepared to make a motion at this time? Motion. We have Commissioner Mazon and Commissioner Long on the second. Any further deliberation by the dais? Any comment from the public? Seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Roll call vote. Commissioner Coleman, Commissioner Clark,
Yes.
Commissioner Farnsworth, Commissioner Long, Commissioner Mazon.
Yes.
Motion passes 3-2. All right. Number 14, 2607, CPA 2609. Madam Attorney, first legislative reading.
This is ordinance number 2026-07, CPA number 26-09, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the future land use map in the comprehensive plan by changing the future land use category from recreation to public facilities and land on a city-owned property identified as tax parcel number 01935-000-000, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
All right, thank you, Madam Attorney. I have legislative proceedings for this. Ms. Hectus, you're going to walk us through this one?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. I have faith in you. Not that clicker, but I do in you.
Let's hope. It was stuck on this one before. There we go.
All right.
Okay, all right. Good evening again. This is, let me give you a little background because this will be our second round of public facilities. We're going on our third round. I think it's our third round of public facilities. As you know, we're going to be coming to you pretty much every month until all of our all of our city property is zoned, has the proper land use and zoning for the public facilities zoning designation and land use designation. Freddie Warmack is a small scale, so that one will be pretty straightforward. So this evening, this is a future land use map amendment for Freddie Warmack Park, ordinance 2026-07, CPA 2609. Question again this evening is, should the commission approve amending the future land use map from recreation to public facilities and land use land classification on Freddie Warmack Park? So at the regularly scheduled March 2nd PZB meeting, they unanimously voted 3-0 to forward a favorable recommendation to the commission. And staff finds ordinance 2026-07-CPA 2609 consistent with the comprehensive plan and the land development code. Many of you know where Freddie Warmack is located. It's located on Newberry Lane, and that is the photo on the picture on the left shows it in its current state. The photo on the right is for the change to the public facilities. Again, that question is, should the commission approve amending the future land use classification from recreation to public facilities on Freddie Warmack Park? And if yes, then you would approve ordinance 2026-07 and CPA 2609. If not, you would deny that ordinance. And I can answer any questions you might have.
Okay. Does anybody from the dais have any questions or comments for our staff? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion if we're ready. Commissioner Long on the motion. Do I hear a second? Commissioner Clark on the second. If there's any further discussion on the dais, I'll go to the public. Any from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous with Commissioner Mazon away from the dais at the moment, so 4-0 on that one. Stacy, you're walking us through 26-8, 2611 CPA as well?
I'm gonna try.
Okay,
Yep.
Madam Attorney, you want to read that one? Oh,
Ordinance.
actually, this is quasi-judicial. Stand by. All right, we'll be entering into quasi-judicial procedure for this item. It means the commission will stop being a legislative body and become a judicial board, which means that we have to follow certain rules and adhere to the different standard of decision-making. The primary rule we must follow concerns testimony, and the substantial and confident evidence standard must be met when the judicial board makes a decision. This statement is all public testimony will be taken under oath. Everyone testifying will be subject to cross-examination. All documents and exhibits shall be entered into evidence. The giving of opinion testimony is limited to experts. Closing arguments will be limited to the evidence of record. Now, Madam Attorney, would you please read the item into the record?
This is ordinance number 2026-08 for petition CPA 26-11, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the official zoning atlas in the land development regulations by changing the zoning district from residential single-family -1 to public facilities on a city-owned property identified as tax parcel number 01935-000-000, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Thank you, Madam Attorney. Don't go too far. We're going to have you swear in the applicant, staff, and any participants requesting to speak at this time. So if you are any of those people, please rise, raise your right hand, and be sworn in by our city attorney.
I'll read a statement, and then if you'll indicate by yes or in the affirmative, do you all swear that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Very good.
All right, wonderful. Okay, we'll begin our presentations with staff overview.
Okay. Get my page flipped over here. Sorry.
We're the applicant, we're the staff, we're
Yes.
the whole thing.
So I think there's a Scrivener's error. I think that's supposed to be LDR 2611, so I apologize for that. This is the companion rezoning from the land use change that we just went through on Freddie Warmack Park. And the question tonight, again, is should the commission approve amending the zoning map from residential single-family RSF1 to public facilities zoning on the city-owned Freddie Warmack Park? Again, this was seen at our March 2nd Planning and Zoning Board, and they voted unanimously to move a favorable recommendation forward to the commission. Staff finds that ordinance 2026-08 is consistent with the comprehensive plan and land development code. And here is the maps showing what it's currently zoned and what we want to go to with the public facilities. If you think that the answer to the question is yes, then you would approve ordinance 2026-08. And if no, you would deny that ordinance. Again, this is the companion rezoning to the land use change on Freddie Warmack Park.
Thank you, Madam Hectus. Is there any comment from the public? You'll have 3 minutes to do so. Seeing none, I assume you rest on your presentation, don't wish to cross-examine yourself?
Nope.
All right, members of the decision-making board, do you have any questions on this rezoning application by staff, for the city? Seeing none, Madam Attorney, could you advise the decision-making body of the applicable law and factual finding?
Yes, you should find that the requirements of the comprehensive plan and/or the code have been met, and you should base that decision on the competent substantial evidence presented to you, both verbally or with the materials that's in your backup.
Okay, and before we go forward, I forgot to get and have disclosure on ex parte communications. So let me go back to that. And Commissioner Coleman, you go first. Commissioner Clark? Commissioner Farnsworth? Commissioner Long? Commissioner Mazon? All right. And if there's no further deliberations, I'll entertain a motion at this time to rezone the property. So we have Commissioner Clark on the motion, Commissioner Long on the second. If there's no further deliberation, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous, 5-0 on that one. Item number previously 16, now 17, ordinance 2605, CPA 2610. This is future land use amendment on Champions Park, and we will revert back to legislative procedure at this time. Madam Attorney, would you like to read that ordinance into the record?
Yes, this is first reading of ordinance number 2026-05, petition CPA 26-10, an ordinance of the City of Newberry, Florida, amending the future land use map in the comprehensive plan by changing the future land use category from agriculture to public facilities and land on two parcels identified as tax parcel numbers 02570-001-000 and 02571-001-000, providing for exclusion from codification, correction, and directions to the city manager, providing a severability clause, providing a repealing clause, and providing directions to the clerk and an effective date.
Madam Hectus, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Good evening again. This is going to be the transmittal of a large-scale future land use map amendment on Champions Park and Champions Park South. Should the commission approve amending the future land use map from agriculture and planned development to public facilities and land classification on the city-owned properties of Champions Park and Champions Park South? This was also seen at our March 2nd Planning and Zoning Board. As you can see, we were very busy March 2nd. They voted unanimously 3-0 to forward a favorable recommendation to the commission. And staff did find that ordinance 2026-05 CPA 2610 is consistent with the comprehensive plan and the land development code. So many of you know where Champions Park is located. This is the current land use and zoning map, or the current land use, the current land use and what we're requesting the land use be. This is a large scale amendment because it is over 50 acres. So what we're asking this evening is that this get transmitted to the state If you approve it tonight, it'll get transmitted to the state. They'll have the 45-day expedited review. So should the commission approve amending future land use map from agriculture and plan development to public facilities and land classification on the city-owned properties of Champions Park and Champions Park South? If it's a yes, you'll approve the ordinance 2026-05, CPA 2610. If it's a no, you'll deny that ordinance.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so, okay. Any questions of staff on the future land use map on these two parcels? We have a motion from Commissioner Long. Do I hear a second? Commissioner Clark is going to second that motion. We have a motion moved and properly seconded on the floor. If there's no deliberations from the dais, I'll go to the public. Is there any from the public? 1, 2, 3. Seeing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Motion passes unanimous. Commissioner Coleman, you voted on the? Okay. Okay, super. Okay, and I think we're back to regular numbering now. Right-of-way acquisition, Newberry Lane, County Road 235 for the roundabout. Item number 18. City Manager, you're going to walk us through this one? Do we have anything to read into the record? Doesn't look like it. Okay.
See
Fair
if
enough.
I
Go
can
ahead.
follow my own instructions.
Okay.
You
While
turned it
you're doing
off.
it-
Oh, my goodness.
While you're doing that, while you're doing that,
Commissioner Coleman?
yeah, I just want to recognize Jordan Marlowe for pulling me out today. I was in between Archer and Bronson, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody, and he showed up and yanked me right on out of that sand hole. And that is a great man.
Now, just to be clear, no city equipment was used in this rescue effort. This was personal equipment, but yes, in a three-piece suit, I will say.
Oh, okay.
Right.
In a three-piece suit,
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough.
and got his hands dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
But you gotta have a full dais, right? You gotta have a full dais. You can't leave them out there stranded forever. All right,
Plus, I had to get sworn in.
right-of-way acquisition. Folks, as you know, we have had a tremendous number of accidents at the 235 Newberry Lane intersection. We have spoken with the county, negotiated with the county. The county has agreed that we have an inordinate number of accidents, and these are near fatal accidents. These are not fender benders. These are accidents where people will eventually perish if we don't do something. The county initiated a traffic study. That traffic study acknowledges that we have to do more than a four-way stop, but will not allow us to go past a four-way stop roundabout to get to a stoplight. I want to answer that question right off the bat because I know that's what everybody wants. Either people want to leave it as a four-way stop or they want a traffic light. Well, as we have established, what we can do here is based on metrics. It's not based on personal emotion, right? So the traffic study said we got to do more than a four-way stop, but does not give us the authority to go past the four-way stop or past a roundabout to a light. Luckily, the county has agreed. It's I don't know how many years, but this is the first time that Newberry has successfully negotiated a road improvement with the county. We're going to do the roundabout. We're going to split the cost. I thank you. I appreciate that. This is the first of many, right? It's a brand new day. We're going to have nothing but partnerships moving on as soon as I throw this clicker away. There we go. Right? So, should the commission approve? No, I went the wrong way.
We have a motion for your clicker.
Yeah, it's on the way. It's Amazon Prime, right? There we go. There we go. You just got to push very hard. So should we acquire the land and construct a roundabout at the intersection of Newberry Lane and 235? The agreement that we have, the county is taking the lion's share of all of the design and engineering for the roundabout. That is a huge expense that they are shouldering. They've asked us, because we know the property owners, to reach out to those property owners and acquire the intersection. I have talked to all four corners. All four corners have agreed. So what this motion is tonight is go out. Oh, yes. You just got to do it with a little emphasis. You got to do it a little. Yes. So, this is the roundabout. As you'll notice, we don't need much from any of the four corners. All of the four corners are sub a tenth of an acre. For the south east corner, that is Oak Park, you may notice that we have a sidewalk that ends before the intersection. Due to a Scrivener's error, we didn't get the right-of-way there. So the right-of-way that we're asking for Newberry Oaks is going to allow us to finish the sidewalk, and luckily, it'll make the connection to the roundabout make sense. Otherwise, we would have had to tear up some of that sidewalk to put it back in. So this is a big roundabout. It's a 2-lane roundabout. It's going to be large enough for Publix delivery trucks, logging trucks, semi trucks. I drove all through Sarasota a couple weeks ago, chauffeuring the Oakview and Newberry High School debate team. The entire city operates on roundabouts. I drove behind semi trucks numerous times. They all navigated that too. And I know that Newberry drivers are much smarter than Sarasota drivers. So we can do it too, right? It is possible. I know it in my heart. I know it in my heart. There we go. So, should we acquire the land to construct the roundabout intersection for Newberry Lane and 235? If yes, authorize me to go ahead and finish those negotiations. If no, you want more accidents to happen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I got one question. What happens
Yes.
if an accident happens the first day this opens up?
And we know it's gonna happen. We
can't get people to stop. How we
It'll
gonna
be
get
an
the yield?
accident at 10 miles an hour instead of 60 miles an hour.
I
which is-
mean, we go from a stop to a yield.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Commissioner Maison and the manager make another video, right? That's right. We'll run around the roundabout many times, right? Any other questions?
Yeah, any other questions from the dais?
What's the cost on ours, Mr. Manager?
The county has a road construction crew. So that has taken an estimated $2.4 million project down to a $1.5 million project. We'll be on the hook for roughly half of that. We were budgeted in this last season, budget for some portion of it. So in this next budget, but we're working to make sure we can pay our fair share.
What will be the timeline for completion?
$200,000.
Start to finish?
We had $200,000 in the last year's budget, so we need 550 in this. The county is moving very, very quickly. So they want to have construction begin the day after school ends, and they want to be done the day before school begins, which I'm very grateful to them about that because there's two things. One, there's going to be quite a distance for a detour, right? While this construction is underway. They want to get it done when school's not in session, so the buses don't have to endure that detour. They also are trying to get it done before the two-way pairs are up, and we have other fighting detours between the state and their project. So we're working on a real short window of time frame to try to get this thing done. So this can be finished before the state is in here with the two-way pairs, and we don't mess up the schools.
Mr. Mason?
Do you know what the detour is gonna be, the route?
I do. It's going to be, if you're southbound, you're going to be asked to turn west on Northwest 46 and take 46 down and then come around that way. So if you're in Newberry Oaks, you already have multiple other access points. So you can get out onto State Road 26 in two other ways. So it won't really be the Newberry Oaks folks. It'll be the folks coming down 235 that will have to try to work real hard to get their attention and say, hey, there's going to be a detour. Head west on 46 and come down around that way. Yeah. But one of the things I would say towards that, and one of the things that I think Newberry needs to prepare for, is the two-way pairs is a 30-month construction project. I know there was a lot of angst about the work that was done on 27. There is no way to resurface roads. There is no way to do these things overnight. Construction takes time, and once you're in there and you've ripped everything up, we just have to ask the public to bear with us. We're making the improvements that I see people beg for all the time, but we need a little bit of patience so that we can make those improvements, because we just can't do it in one night. It's not something we can start on Friday night and have it done by Monday morning. Just not possible. I think this is estimated at a 10-week, which I think is
Aggressive.
Is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what's the pleasure of the dais? We have a motion from Commissioner Maison, a second from Commissioner Long. Is there any further discussion from the dais? Any from the public comment? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimous.
I'm going to leave this clicker on.
Okay.
For the next person.
That's very responsible. That's very responsible of you. Number 19, temporary extension of appointment of certain planning and zoning board members, Resolution 26-16. Madam Attorney.
Resolution number 2026-16, a resolution of the City of Newberry, Florida, providing a temporary extension of the appointment of certain planning and zoning board members, providing for severability, repealing all resolutions in conflict, and providing an effective date.
Ms. Hectus, you have the floor.
Thank you. I don't really have a presentation. This is more of a kind of a stopgap. We have some vacancies based on the past election, and we are going to ask nicely that our current folks that are still on the PZB just extend a little bit longer so that we can get the new people brought up to speed, bring them in, and get them where we need them to be over the next couple months. If they can stay on just a little bit longer, we won't have a gap where we don't have folks coming in, and I sure as heck wouldn't want to do it to them on the May agenda, because the May agenda is rough for PZB.
Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Heads up.
They're going to start asking for combat pay.
I know. So that's what this resolution is doing, is asking nicely for folks to stay on so we can get new folks trained up and fill those gaps.
Do we have a motion? Commissioner Mazon and Commissioner Long. Any discussion from the dais? Any questions from staff? Any comment from the public? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous, 5-0. And we previously disposed of 20 and 21. And are we to comments already? We are to comments, so public gets to go first. Any citizens wishing to make comments on anything, including what was on the agenda earlier? You got 5 minutes to do so. Going once, going twice. Come on down.
Mic on? There you go. I'm Jessica Carey. I'm speaking as a resident. Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, and members of the community. I'm here tonight as both a resident and someone who recently experienced firsthand how quickly political discourse, locally and nationally, sadly, can become harmful when civility breaks down. Across the country, we've seen troubling arise in hostility in public life. That environment doesn't stay at the national level. Unfortunately, it's reached communities just like ours. And during this recent campaign, I personally experienced the effects of that shift. I won't go into the details tonight, that's not why I'm here, but I will say plainly, when political disagreement turns into intimidation, misinformation, or personal harm, it weakens not just these individuals, it weakens the public trust in our entire system of local government. That is why I'm bringing forward a proposal of civility, ethics, and a public trust pledge. This was developed with consideration, and it's only 2 pages, I just have copies for all of you, which was developed consideration of ethics and conduct standards already in use in other Florida municipalities and local governments and all appropriate sale guidelines. It establishes, this pledge is not about politics or personalities, it's about standards. It establishes clear expectations for anyone seeking to hold office in the city of Newberry. This way we will conduct ourselves with integrity and honesty. We will treat others with respect and dignity, and we will reject harassment, intimidation, and misinformation, and we will maintain professionalism in all public conduct and digital communication, especially during times of constructive criticism. It also reinforces accountability, not as a punishment, but as a responsibility. If someone's actions significantly undermine the public trust, they should acknowledge that harm and respond appropriately. For elected officials, this includes consequences, as you guys already know, as censure or removal from leadership roles, consistent with the law and procedures already in place. But for candidates, there was nothing in place. So this would recognize something just as important, that holding public trust is not about winning elections, it's about maintaining the confidence of a community. In serious cases, that might mean making the personal decision to withdraw from a race. That is not something that the city enforces. I want to make that very clear. This is something that a pledge asks each individual to hold themselves accountable to. That distinction matters. This pledge will not create any new laws. It does not restrict speech. It does not expand on government authority. What it does establish is a shared expectation of conduct, something that we currently lack, something that is unclear and in a unified form. And that matters because public service depends not only on the rules, but on trust. Adopting this pledge is a recommendation that sends a clear message that Newberry values respectful disagreement, ethical leadership, and accountability in a public life. It says that we can compete in elections without compromising our community standards. And I want to be clear, this is not about my personal experience. It's about ensuring that future candidates, officials, and residents are protected by healthier civic culture that is one that we are increasing seeing elsewhere. So the question before you tonight is simple. What standard do you want to set in public service in Newberry for the future? Is it one where anything goes, gentlemen and ladies? Or is it something that we hold ourselves to a higher expectation of conduct? I respectfully ask the Commission to review and adopt the Civility, Ethics, and Public Trust Pledge for the future and encourage all current and future candidates to affirm this pledge. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary for maintaining public trust. As when public trust erodes, the government still functions, but our republic stops feeling like it belongs to the people it serves. Thank you for your time and consideration. You guys have to actually put it in. Marla, do I have to hand it to her first? Because there's copies for everybody.
Any other citizen comments? All right, thank you, Ms. Jessica. I'll go to the city manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just have a few. Want to announce a joint meeting with the county. It's going to take place on 5/11. It'll be the very first joint meeting we've had with the county where we can have everybody up here on the dais. We don't have to bring in any extra tech to do all that. So we'll welcome them here. Definitely, we probably need to open up the back door up there. So, and that will be a 7 o'clock meeting. Remember, we are closed for Memorial Day, so that's going to be a 1-day delay on solid waste. So we'll put out social media posts and those kind of things, reminding everybody to put their trash out one more time. Last time, congratulations to all the election winners. And then finally, I think what I'm going to talk to you guys about is mainly maybe a workshop, but I believe that staff needs better direction. So we had a item tonight that has been under negotiation for over a year that I believe follows exactly what I've heard from this dais. And just for the public's knowledge, before anyone stands up here and gives a presentation to the P&Z, much less to the commission, the ranch was under negotiation for over 2 years before they ever got in front of a board. This Newberry Ridge was under negotiation for over a year before they got here tonight. Though that duration of negotiation really depends on having very clear direction from you guys so that staff can make sure we are negotiating exactly what it is that you want. What I believed that you guys have said very clearly in the past is that you want high density in the urban core. And then as we get to the outer edge of the urban service area, you like to see the larger lots. Well, the application in front of you tonight fit that geographically almost perfectly. It was medium density, almost perfectly halfway between the urban core and Southwest 46, which is the Southwest 46 is the southern edge of our urban service area. If that's not what you guys want, we're perfectly fine. Staff takes direction. We take direction. But what is difficult is when we think we have direction and we're going in that direction and then the direction shifts. So if the direction is shifting, I just need to know that so that as we spend all of that time negotiating with these folks, we are negotiating on behalf of what you guys actually want to see. I think that's best placed in a public workshop where you can say, here's what we want. And it's been a little bit since we've done that, but we did do that before we amended the comp plan and we set this path. Remember, we had tables out, we put maps and we drew lines and we said, this is what we want to see and here's where we want to see it, right? So if the Commissioner Long is new, he was on the P&Z when we did it, so he participated. But if that has changed, I just need to know. I am negotiating based on what you guys tell me, right? When I speak in front of the P&Z, I say, here's what the commission has said that they wanted. So I need to make sure that I am accurately reflecting what you guys want. And when an application comes forth and just barely squeaks through on future land use, I feel like I've missed the boat. So I don't want to be misrepresenting you guys. If things have changed, I want you to tell me so that I can represent you accurately. So I'll talk to the mayor about putting together a workshop so you can share whatever the new direction is, or maybe there was just a misunderstanding here tonight. But I just wanted to let you know I'm going to try to get that. I'm not trying to pick a fight with you. I'm trying to understand what it is you guys want so that I can do it right. Right? I'm ready to get after and get it done. I just want to be getting the right thing done. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. That concludes my comments.
Madam Attorney. Madam Assistant Clerk.
No comments.
Okay. Commissioner, we'll start down. Commissioner Coleman, go first.
Okay, I just think all that was just directed at me. And I believe there was a misunderstanding. Being an appraiser for as long as I've been one, when you mix multifamily, and this is my opinion, only my opinion, but I see it everywhere. I didn't realize there was going to be multifamily housing in there, and that's on me. I obviously did miss that studying it. But what I've seen in the past is that when you mix multifamily housing in with single-family housing, I'm just going to be honest with you, your comparable sales and your values go down. It's everywhere I go. And that's what hit me on the fly tonight. So, and I apologize on throwing a curveball tonight. So, I think it's great that they're coming in here. I believe 700 to 800 homes to 1,200 and something homes. I mean, come on. That's it. And, but I love you. And it was a misunderstanding. And then the last thing is big prayers for our city clerk. Was happy that our past city clerk came up and held the Bible for my swearing in. I think this might have been the first time she was here, first time she's been in here, and you've done a great job tonight. And that's all I got.
Mr. Clark.
Prayers for Miss Randa, get well, and get her back on her feet. I know that'll be coming, so other than that, I don't have any. I do have, God bless our troops and God bless those that are deployed, and we got a lot going on in this world. Let's just hope that gets resolved and get back home. I've seen a few things online, and I'm gonna ask this to probably the city manager or whoever could answer it in the staff. There seems to be a big project that Jacksonville's gonna dump the sewage into the Swanee River. And I've seen our sister counties are getting on board with writing some letters or doing some, any kind of homework to our state. Maybe we need to transmit that as well. I don't know if we have, Mr. Manager, but maybe it's something we can look at. And if you need me to sign something, I'll be glad to, or even send an email myself or all of us. But I think this is something that's serious that we ought to be trying to help our sisters, because the springs, they serve us, the river's right here. Even though we're not waterfront, this is something that's very serious that we ought to stop. Anything that can be done, I ask your guidance, and anything we can transmit, I'll ask for that. So that's all I got.
Commissioner Coleman, did you still have something?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. Commissioner Farnsworth.
I have nothing.
Commissioner Long.
Don't have much, but to what you're saying, Mark Clark, I was on a meeting with the regional council in Lake City, and they discussed that probably about, I want to say 2 or 3 months ago. They had a big blowout meeting about that. So Scott Coons can give you more information about that, because I was waiting to hear more information after that meeting of what was going down from Jacksonville, but it's a big issue. You know, it's a lot of residents gonna be affected by it, and like I said, it's a lot that's gonna be affected by our spring. So it's something we definitely want to get on board with. Because Jacksonville is what, the third largest
Yeah, we don't care what they
in
do.
the
We
U.S.
take care of our
So
own stuff anyway.
dumping on this area is not something we need to be dealing with. So, but other than that, congratulations, guys, and get well, Rhonda, and have a great night.
Commissioner Mazon.
Yeah, man. Randa, you are in my thoughts and my prayers. It was good to see Judy tonight.
Yeah, it was.
That was good, man. Did you invite her?
Yeah, I asked her to hold the Bible for me.
That is what's up. It was good to see Judy. For all you mothers out there, this weekend coming up, happy Mother's Day. Just want to throw that out there. I know, but I won't get to see you guys. Isn't it Sunday coming up? We got 2 weeks?
Not this Sunday.
Yes. That made me happy. Okay. All right. That was a check. You passed. All right. Outside of that, I was on vacation last week, so getting back at UPS, getting back to my job, I realized something. You know, when you ship an axe from France, that's considered an accent? Who would have known? Just saying.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have anything to add that hasn't already been said, but I will remind you we do have a CRA meeting immediately following this. So we'll go ahead and adjourn, and let's come back in 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get the party started here on our Community Redevelopment Agency Board meeting, a scheduled meeting. Today's date is April 27th, time is approximately 9:06 p.m. And our first presentation is from Chelsea Bakaitis, the 2025 Annual Report. That's you.
$750 million in the good.
All right, good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for having me. My name's Chelsea Bakaitis, just for people in the audience, and I am the Community Redevelopment Agency Coordinator. Could we please pull up the report on the screen? I just wanted to show you guys go over some of the numbers. We might have to scroll. I didn't realize they didn't have Adobe, because if you have Adobe, you can actually use a PDF as a presentation, and the computer doesn't have that. So our AV guy is gonna just kind of scroll through it for us. All right.
But we believe that you have it all memorized, Chelsea. So
Yes.
yeah.
There's so
Right.
many good things to talk about.
Yeah, so the annual report, for those who don't know, is required by the state, because our CRA is a statutory CRA. And we come out the annual report every year, and part of the annual report is the audit. So here's the annual report. If you would scroll down a little bit, please. Unless I can do it with. Okay. I apologize for the lack of preparation. Okay.
He's scrolling. Something's moving.
Oh, okay, perfect.
$8 million.
Gonna need to adjust the zeros on that.
That'll buy 7 chairs.
Are we getting multiple clickers so that this doesn't have to get? Just curious. Discount, sure.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there, I promise.
Better give that hat to him.
I'm going to.
I give you another, a different AV contract or something.
He's second, man. Yeah. Because of all the support.
Right.
And gives me daily so that I can.
So here's the executive director's message. CRA board members. We go over the mission. This is just, for anyone who's interested in what we're doing. Our goals, this is all in the CRA plan, our program area goals. Boundaries. I'm trying to get down to the financial information. So our base year taxable value is $36,306,848. So last year's taxable value was around $93 million, and our tax increment value was around $56 million. So you can see our trust fund has grown since it began collecting money in 2022. And the CRA, as the board knows, is funded by tax increment financing. So here comes these are the important numbers right here. Our TIF contribution from the county was $281,163, and that was the same as the city. We made $41,671 on investments and other income. That includes interest. So our total revenues last year was $635,908. And we'll find out what our 2026 income will be very soon in July, I believe, correct? Oh, 2020, sorry, or 2027 in July. So I encourage everybody here and those in the audience to read through. It talks about different projects that we did, different things that we fund. Downtown mural, historic sign blades, facade grant, and that's pretty much it. Dallas asked me to give a quick update about what we're doing right now.
Excuse me, where is this where's that posted?
Oh, so this is posted, yes, so it is also required by law, but it is posted on the city's website, if you go into the Community Redevelopment Agency Department, so.
Okay, great.
Yes. So I'm sure you guys have seen the fire hydrants on our, Newberry Main Street. We have sponsors from the Astronomy Club, Images Hair Salon by Francis, Pond Pro, and the Newberry Firehouse Gallery. So we're really excited to see those coming along. A lot of them aren't done yet, so just wait a few weeks and they'll be done. And you'll be able to walk down Main Street and look at all the colorful hydrants. We've started a bench sponsorship program. I've had 5 people contact me to sponsor a bench, so that's great news. And we'll announce at the next meeting or on Facebook on who is going to be sponsoring those benches. We have 2 applicants for the residential paint program, and we're working with Rebuilding Together to organize volunteers to paint their homes. And these are disabled or elderly individuals. If you've noticed, anyone noticed the new fence at Bravo? There's a new fence at Bravo, which looks great, and we're working on getting some landscaping there very soon. We're working on organizing a community garden to be located at the firehouse. At the April Spring Festival, we did a community engagement around Lowe's Fort Park and the expansion. We also did a staff engagement. We had a map out and asked people what they'd like to see on the park. It was a very successful engagement because we did it to coincide with the Spring Festival. On April 15th, we had our downtown development roundtable, and we had local builders, realtors, and developers come to talk about developing downtown. We had the planning department come and talk about the development process on their side. That's part of our quarterly downtown development roundtable series. The dog park opened in the beginning of April as well. And we participated in the Greatest American Cleanup. It's called the Greatest American Cleanup this year for 250th anniversary. Usually it's called the Great American Cleanup. And we had about 20 volunteers. Some of them are in the audience, and we picked up about 200 pounds of trash. All right, well, let's begin. Actually, thank you. That ends my presentation. So.
All right,
Mr. Mayor, before Chelsea ends, I just want to give some credit to Chelsea. She's been in the CRA role now officially for a year-ish, and the amount of progress and things that the CRA has been doing in this last year have been awesome. It's great to see our CRA working to make our downtown a great place. So thank you, Chelsea. Thanks for everything you're doing for us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, approval of the minutes from the February 9th meeting. Hopefully you got a chance to take a look at those. Is there any discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved. Second.
Commissioner Coleman and Commissioner Clark on the second. Is there any other further discussion from the dais? Any from the public on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous. Okay, a couple of agenda items. Chelsea, you've got commercial business marketing grant. Recommended action approve the commercial business marketing grant program.
All right, thank you. Can you please bring up the presentation? Oh, we were on it. I apologize. All right, so we are proposing the business marketing event grant. We discussed it in August, so question under consideration. This is the new format. We're following the same as the planning department. Should the CRA board approve a business marketing and event grant program? The recommendation is to approve it. So August 11th, this program, if you remember, it was a while back, but this program was discussed with the CRA board. And now I'll present the proposed program that staff has created and see what you guys think. So we are proposing that the program would reimburse up to $2,500 for marketing and small-scale promotional events related expenses. So this is things like digital marketing, print marketing, graphic design services, branding, and small-scale promotion or micro events. We'd really like to see more micro events in our commercial area. So that's things like trivia, karaoke, tastings. It could even sponsor a grand opening for a new business. So to be eligible, a small business, we do have requirements. They need to demonstrate that they need the marketing assistance. So this could be declining sales or revenues, low customer awareness, high competition, underutilized capacity, poor online presence, target market challenges, or a need to build strategic business goals. So recommendation, question to consider, should the CRA board approve a business marketing event grant? If yes, approve the CRA business marketing event grant. If no, do not approve the program. And in your packets is included a copy of the program and its application. Thank you.
Questions, comments, motions? So moved. Commissioner Long on the motion. Do I hear a second? Second. Commissioner Clark on a second. Chelsea, just would comment that I think the direction that the board gave back in August seems like you took that to heart, and I think that kind of pretty much hits the mark for us. I know it does for me. I think, helping out the businesses and maximizing those dollars that are kind of set aside directly for this stuff is important. Is there any comments from the board about it, though?
I know you've done a great job getting the plants out of the roofs, so just keep up what you're doing for me. Okay. And these things that you come up with, you're the kind of the manager, so you know that we have the money, and there's the things that you do to make the place better. Okay. So just keep rolling.
Thank you.
All right, there's no other further discussion. Do I have a motion? Yeah, okay. If there's no other further discussion? Say aye. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes unanimous.
It's funny how we go from being
He's already practicing
serious,
for a test.
and then we get to the CRA and
We're all punchy.
Yeah.
Everybody's punchy. Ms. Bakaitis, I have you next here on the tax incremental rebate program as well, or increment, excuse me.
Correct. Yes, so this is a proposed program. We want to see what the CRA board thinks about this program. We don't have a program created yet, but this is why we're bringing it to you, just to see if you would approve it or not. So that's the question under consideration. Should the CRA board direct staff to create a tax increment rebate program? And I'll talk a little bit about what that is. Recommendation is to direct staff to create the tax increment rebate program. So overview of request. So the purpose of a tax increment rebate program would be to encourage private redevelopment and infill development. So this is a possible program that I've thought of. So the program would offer tax increment rebate that is a portion of the TIF revenue, tax increment financing revenue, estimated to be generated by the project taxable value during a 15-year period after new development is placed on the tax roll. So I'll go over some equations, and you can kind of, in a scenario, case study scenario, you can kind of get an idea of what this program would offer to people wanting to develop in the CRA, commercial developments in the CRA. Well, I guess it could also be residential, but. So the recipient could, it's just an idea, if you have any recommendations, we can talk about that tonight as well, could receive 70% to 90% of year's ad valorem taxes paid rebated back to them over 15 years, essentially, or a predetermined expiration date. So the TIF rebate increase for following, so the TIF rebate increase could be increased, so like the 90, that's what I'm talking about, the 90% could be increased if the project included elements that you, the CRA board, desired, such as affordable housing, mixed use, desired amenities, or other infrastructure improvements. And the TIF rebate period would be over 15 years. So I'll give an example. Let's say a developer wants to build a 2-story mixed-use building with commercial on the first floor and residences on the second floor on a vacant lot in downtown Newberry. So think of a vacant lot in Newberry and think someone wants to build this building that's mixed use. So she agrees to make 10% of the residential units affordable. Then that gives her a few extra points. The land value of the property she wants developed is $190,000. I know that's a little low, but just for this, 190,000, and estimated eligible value of the improvements she is putting into the project is 700,000. And so she would get 90% of a TIF rebate award. So the base project award would be 70%. And because she has that mixed use and affordable housing component, she gets an extra 20%. And so the total project taxable value would be $890,000. And so we take that amount and multiply it by the millage rate, 0.59%, and 90%, which we talked about was a TIF rebate award. And so every year she, on her tax would be rebated $4,725.90. Every year she would get that for 15 years. And so total she would get $70,888.50. So this is an incentive to developers to come to the CRA and do certain improvements.
Chelsea, you said
Yes.
$4,700. Is this 4,700?
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, the presentation, the paper,
47,000.
I apologize, the paper presentation is wrong. There was a mistake on the millage rate. We did 5.9% instead of 0.59%. So I apologize. So the presentation up on the screen, these numbers are what's correct. So yes, thank you for asking that. So.
These numbers didn't line up for my brain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's quite high otherwise, so.
So let me get back on track here. The 15-year total would be $70,000 back to the customer?
Yes, correct. Rebated. Yeah.
Okay.
Why 15 years?
That was just a number that we chose. It could be 10 years.
Okay.
So you have to take into account, we have 14 more years left on the CRA. The CRA ends in 2040. And so we probably would want to bring that amount down a little bit. So,
Yeah, I mean, 15 sounds like a lot.
Yeah, I was just taking that example from another city. But
Okay.
yeah, we probably would want to go down to 5 or 10, so.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I would also say that the longer the term, the smaller the rebate for us. And then you're encouraging the longevity of the business. So a lot of the programs we look at, you get a lot of money right back up front. That's hard for us to maintain, sustain it, right? But it also, if the business doesn't last, well, they got all the rebates right there. So, pacing it out a little bit, I agree 10 years is probably better than 15, but it's easier on our budget and it helps everybody kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't extend past the life of the CRA.
A lot of business ain't lasting 15 years.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
I had two thoughts that I wrote down here. This would come out of our portion, not the county's, or we have to involve the county in getting some of the rebate from them, no?
Yeah, both the county's portion and the city's portion commingle into the CRA trust fund. So we are rebating our millage rate. The CRA board could rebate both the county and the city's millage. But as of where it's actually coming from, it's one big kind of lump.
Okay.
And just to clarify on that point for the board and for the public, I know the board understands, but this is all out of property taxes that we're not currently earning. So it's property taxes that would come once someone builds a development and creates that new value within the CRA.
And what happens when the millage rate changes? Is it anchored to the initial year of the project, or is it a floating number because the millage may go up or down?
So it just depends how we write the program, so.
Okay. Would the board want that to be a floating number or anchored somewhere? And it could be anchored to a different value, correct? It could be theoretically a fixed amount, I suppose.
I would like some time to think on this instead of and have a little time, maybe even talk to you and talk to the city manager. But before I make a decision on this, I want to think of other ways and means, and then not kind of tie you to giving money back that, capitalism is good. So when they come here, we need incentives. Don't get me wrong, you're doing a great job, but I just want to sleep on this before I make a decision.
Okay.
And to clarify, we're just looking for feedback tonight, if there's anything you'd like.
Okay. What other feedback do we have for Chelsea? We don't want her chasing rabbits.
How many people would qualify? If you just say you have 3 or 4 developments going on, could all 3 of them qualify for it?
Yes, yes. If they met all the criteria, yes.
Okay.
One of the benefits of a program like this is it's not like the facade grant, you have to have that money. So there's a limited number of applicants that you could apply or approve in one given budget cycle. Something like this, we would be able to project it out. So we would know, and I would say, like all the CR grant programs, if a ton of people are applying, that means we've hit upon something that is actually incentivizing people to come. If no one's applying, well then either the incentive isn't enough or there's too much red tape, too much bureaucracy, whatever it is. But then we go back to the chalkboard and we can figure out, why is nobody taking a bite of this apple?
Where's the circle for the CRA?
The map. You're talking about the map?
It's not a circle. It's more like a very strange. The
Can you
southern tip is
block it out for us a little bit, Chelsea?
Yeah, where's the southern?
The eastern tip is just before you get to Publix. The southern tip is past Oakview, but not Oakview, right? It's to the west of Oakview, and then it goes. Yeah, you get a little bit down into Lowisport Park. Yeah, you get the fire department. What is that street? This is the northwest. 2nd Avenue is the northern.
So you're really just talking about the 26 corridor.
Right.
Couple blocks
Yeah.
off each way.
So anybody that's going out past Publix is
ineligible.
Ends at Bravo.
Ends at Bravo.
235.
So none of the new stuff.
Nope.
Wow.
The whole idea of the CRA is to incentivize
yeah.
back down here.
All right, got you. I'm with you on that too.
Okay. So it sounds like we're going to have some more feedback for you after we have some other sidebar conversations. Is that fair summary? Okay. Okay. All right, let's move on to comments from our executive director.
No comments, Mr. Mayor.
CRA attorney? Okay. CRA board members, anybody reach for the mic? Commissioner
Yeah, I
Mike?
do. Yeah, I forgot this in the commission meeting. The Hodes have left, but they'll be back for major events. So I had lunch with them 2 weeks ago, I want to say, and it was a good farewell. But I wish them well. The Hodes are the ones that did the stage, the mics for our events.
Oh.
Yeah, the parade.
You go?
Yeah, they moved, but they'll be back for major events. I think 3.
Oh, man, we did good Christmas parade.
Yeah. So and they did.
That's when they'll be back for.
The reenactment.
Yeah.
They did the
All
reenactment.
basically all of the Main Street stuff they're going to come back for.
They'll come back. They'll drop back, but yeah. And then you reminded me. We have a resident that throughout my day, she volunteers her time to pick up trash, and the city, Dallas may, or even Marlo may know about this. They worked with her for a dumping site because she would pick up. I don't know if you're familiar with this. She would pick up over at Bravo, in that parking lot, and she would just walk along Newberry Lane and pick up trash. And she even asked Bravo if she could, drop the trash in their dumpsters, and they gave her such a hard time. And so our code enforcer, Greta, actually got with Rance over at the utility yard and said, "Hey, look, we got a spot for you." So good job to the city for working with a resident that's contributing their time and not getting paid. And it's something that she enjoys doing. So I just wanted to bring that up. Good job to the city.
Very good. I have no further comments. Any citizen comments on the CRA?
My name is Jessica Carey. I actually really like this program. It's something similar to a CRA that I audited in California that did. However, since the CRA overlaps some of our historical district here, and I would make a recommendation perhaps if they're because there's additional charges with historical buildings and so forth. If they're not doing affordable housing, but they're having to keep the character and having to meet historical guidelines according to that structure and building, perhaps that would be an alternative to getting the 10% if they're not doing housing, to keep the historical buildings the same way and purposes, because they may not meet guidelines for housing. Just because of current building structures and so forth. That was just a suggestion. And then my second question was, what is the definition of affordable housing component? Are we looking at poverty levels specific to our location or in general? I think that's an important thing to designate, as our community is going to be growing specifically somewhere between 18 and 20% in the next 10 years. And the CRA is overlapping during that time. So just those considerations for you guys' feedback.
Thank you. If there's no other comments, we are adjourned.